Welcome back, and wine is the perfect hostess gift, and as it happens, it's the perfect shape to fill a stocking.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, our favorite wine expert Jessica Bell is here with some great wine gift ideas, whether it's for the casual, the connoisseur, or even the foodie. She's going to break them all down for us. Good to see you again.
Good to see you guys.
Hi.
Hi. Well, I think everyone has a wine lover on their list, you know, and sometimes it's themselves.
Yep.
So what I did is I thought of the different types of wine lovers out there. We've got the connoisseur, we've got the foodie, and then I'm calling it the curious. People who just like to have fun and learn a little bit about wine.
Cute.
So I'll start with the connoisseur. You know, first of all, the connoisseur knows what they like.
Yes.
And they usually spend a little bit more money on wine, so don't try and get them wine. Just stay away from that.
That's smart, because you know what, it's true. Like, people who love wine, I'm always afraid I'm getting them something that's like too cheap, or they don't, you know what I mean?
Like, they know what they like.
Yeah, and it might be out of my price range.
Yeah,
Well, but aren't you finding, though, I find that there are some really, really great wines that are completely affordable.
Oh, totally. I agree. I've got a couple here, in fact, and I think, but the connoisseur, they know what they like, and so you really don't want to, you can take the risk on them, but what's fun is something like a wine trip, which we offer, a wine trip to Spain and Portugal in 2016, or gadgets. There's tons of gadgets, and there's gadgets to open the wine, to close the wine, to preserve the wine. This one's brand new. What I'm going to show you is, it's called the oak bottle. It's beautiful.
It is really cool looking.
Yeah, and so basically it's an oak barrel, but you could put your wine or spirits in it. So
wait, are you pouring it in, or are you putting the bottle inside of it?
So what I've taken is a very run-of-the-mill, I'm going to show you the bottle, Chardonnay.
Okay.
That's that wine in your glass.
Cheers.
And
God, I'm digging this,
Aren't you glad to be here today?
This is fantastic. Latkes and wine.
You bet. And then what I want you to do is compare it to this. This is spent less than 2 hours in the oak barrel. So
I liked this.
Yeah, and that's nice. It's a nice wine. But if you go ahead and smell the two of them, you're going to see that this oak barrel. Yeah, thank you.
It's so fruity.
I know, right?
Do you smell it? Smell them.
Smell the difference.
Oh my God, it's totally different.
Yeah, and it's less than 2 hours.
That is not the same wine.
Same wine. And less than 2 hours in the oak bottle.
What does the oak do to it?
So oak gives wine flavor, and usually it gives it some sweetness, but not sugar.
Super sweet.
Yeah.
And oaky.
Yep. And then this one is...
Look at us, we're two So that is amazing.
Yeah, and this one is specifically for citrus flavors. So they have the oak flavor, but then they also have some that are citrus, chocolate, cinnamon, all types of different flavors. And what it's great for also is like if you put your vodka in here, or your gin, and made gin and tonics or vodka tonics.
Could you put your whiskey in there and turn it into a bourbon?
Yeah. No, you can put like an inexpensive brandy and make it taste like a more aged, more expensive brandy without spending as much money.
So it's not just for wine; it's for spirits.
Exactly. So people use it for cocktails.
Is it? It's not expensive, is it?
Well, it is on the more expensive side. This is for a connoisseur, but it's about $75.
Oh, well.
But you can use it at least 50 times. And when you think about how expensive some wines are that are oaked, because oak is really one of the biggest expenses on wine and spirits. So you can do that.
Cool.
That's very cool.
That's a great gift. Where do you know where people can find something like that?
So if you go ahead and
it's just called what?
The Oak Bottle.
The Oak Bottle.
And it's actually a Chicago-based venture. I found out about them on Kickstarter, a crowdfunding website, which I've been using.
Super cool.
Great one to check out.
Okay, you know this one's not my favorite.
Right. What about the foodie thing? Because I'm a total foodie. So
then you might love this.
I really want to know what you've got paired for the foodie wine.
Well, first of all, foodies love local, right? So both of these are local. I've got a port that comes from Wollersheim Winery outside of Madison, and then we've got chocolate from Indulgence Chocolatiers, which is down on 2nd Street, on Oakland and Shorewood, and in Tosa. And what I've poured for you is a port. And this one's not too sweet, Tiffany. I know this is not your favorite.
I'm not kidding you. This is fantastic.
These grapes are the Foch grapes. They're grown in Wisconsin, and the brandy's made in Wisconsin too, from Wisconsin grapes. So totally local. Now, I want you to get a look at these chocolates. They're
beautiful.
Gorgeous. And if you hold them up, you can see that they've got these beautiful Christmas decorations on them.
They're like almost like, what are they called? Like
appliques, kind of?
Yeah, almost like an applique on there. It's really pretty.
So if you go ahead and try this with the port, it's going to make the port taste a little less sweet. And I chose this for foodies because this is port over the years, over the centuries, has inspired conversation. And so this is someone This is for someone that you enjoy being with, that you just want to sit down for a couple hours, catch up, talk, a host.
Changes it.
Doesn't it change the wine? It makes it less sweet. And this is something you take your time with and just have fun with.
I do like port better with a dessert, you're right, and that kind of does change it. So your last one here is for the curious.
The curious. So books. Wine books are often overlooked. We're all under our digital methods of reading, but these are some of my favorites. This one here, The Cheeses of Wisconsin, is from a local author, Jeanette Hurt. I have some books that are signed by her. These are some of the more academic, the terroir, and
this seems real academic here.
Yeah, that's for that's not light reading. That's nighttime reading.
Okay.
But what I wanted to show you is this fun one too. I've got here is just a scratch and sniff book. So
stop it.
Yep. So this is I'll find one for you. But you can scratch and sniff to start to get a sense of. Here's a pear.
Okay, it's all you.
Go ahead, Carol.
Smells like a pear.
Yeah. So there's some fun wine books out there too.
That's cool. And this will teach you about how to drink different wines.
Yep, and also just developing your nose and a sense of smell.
It's so cool. Okay, I'm going to give people your website as well because you've got these great little wine glasses.
These glasses.
They're portable.
They're stackable.
Plastic. They're called HaloVino. You've been doing your Kickstarter. When's the last day for it?
Today is the last day up until midnight, and so we're offering a lot of wine gifts. Those are for sale as well as that book I mentioned, the wine and cheese one.
Yeah, really
Scratch
cool.
And sniff. Yep, they're for where you can't use glass, so pools, picnics, outdoors.
Any sporting events, right, for your kids. All right, thanks so much, Jessica.
Thank you, guys.
HaloVino.com.
Happy holidays.